This is a really special occasion. I was thinking over the weekend about our vision statement for the school. Learn, grow, lead, excellence is our standard. And very often, I think we kind of look at ourselves and what can we do to emulate that, to serve as role models, as well as inspiring our students to be able to emulate that as well. But I was reminded, thinking about our program today, that very often, sometimes those best examples of learning, growing, and leading come in the form of an 8-year-old girl. And I think Reese has an amazing story to tell through a very difficult circumstance that we felt was worthy of spending time together as a staff to be able to celebrate her journey. So if you would please join me in welcoming to the stage Reese Carney, escorted by her sister Avery and parents Emmy and Pat. So before we get started with the ceremony, I do want to welcome some special guests that are here today. I'd like to start with members of Reese's family that are here to join us. Here, driving down from St. Charles, Illinois, is her grandmother, Cheryl Carney. Thank you. Her grandparents, Walt and Nancy Zukowski. Uncle Will came down from the third floor and is joined by his wife, Alyssa, and their 2 kids, Liam and Miriam. I also want to thank our special guests and friends from Waltham Elementary. Obviously, you guys live this every day, in terms of as Reese was going through her journey. So I'm very pleased to introduce Superintendent of Schools, Christy Eager, Principal Melanie Lucchese, Reese's teacher from last year, Mrs. Heather Limit, and our teacher this year is Shauna Hollingsworth. So thank you for coming here. I'm also very pleased to introduce board member Scott Cassetto for joining us today as well. Scott, thank you for being here. And today's program is also being covered by our local media. I'm just so honored that you put this on your schedule to come out and spend some time with us. From the News Tribune, Mary Beth Wilson. Photographer Scott Anderson. And from WLPO, Tom Henson. Thank you all for being here. And the last thank you I want to share is my administrative assistant, Jen Riva. She, along with Christina Sarabia and Diane Bergadna, have put all the special effects together so we can express our appreciation to them. And lastly, I want to thank Dave Kelty, our librarian, for getting all the preparations today to be able to make Reese's book a permanent part of our collection. So thank you, Dave, for that. So, Reese, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So this is all about you and an opportunity to be able to tell your amazing story. So we've got some questions that we'd like to go over with you. So you ready?
Yes.
All right. So first question, Reese. What inspired you to write your book?
Well, when I first got Coxavera, I asked my mom, since I love writing books and I love books that I read, I said, Mom, can I make a book about my surgery? And she said, sure.
So how did it make you feel?
I felt very excited for when I was going to make my book. And the time came, and it was just a really fun experience.
Well, thank you, Reese. Can you tell us a little bit about the story, your story?
So first, it starts with the dedication page then like all about me and my family. Then it talks about how I found out about Coxavera. Then the fun things that like happened the day before surgery, like all the doctors and nurses that like I met up with. And then it talks about my surgery in a little bit after it.
So as you think about your book, what's the favorite part that you have in the book?
So I actually have two. My first favorite part is when before I went out with my mom and then my sister went out with my grandparents. My sister gave me a really big hug and it was just so sweet and wonderful. And my second favorite is during the book, like how I said, like a little bit like after surgery, I had 2 popsicles and trust me, they were delicious.
Can you share a little bit about the writing process?
So first it started about like finding Barnes and Noble. Then my mom uploaded a couple different apps, and we chose our favorite pictures that we took during surgery and like after it and before it. Then we like changed the color and to make it like less lines or more lines. Then we sent those to Barnes and Noble. Then we took my mom's phone and me and my mom typed down like what I wanted there to be on the page. And then we took those and we picked my favorite font and then sent those to Barnes and Noble.
So how long did it take you to write the book?
Well, I would say like maybe like a couple months.
And obviously your mom was a big help in putting the book together. Did you have any other help from other family members or friends?
Yes, my dad and sister. I talked with them like about what I felt during surgery. So then I could tell my mom like, oh yeah, I remember. And then I would tell her what I want her to write, like type down on her phone.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about being an author?
Probably giving the message that I want my readers to know, and like let them know that their family would always be with them, like during surgery, or if they know someone who's going to have surgery, they'll know like what's going to happen and what their experience might be like.
So you wanted to be able to help other kids that were facing challenges have the kind of same courage and support you did.
Yes, I want that exactly to happen.
Do you have any tips for other kids who may want to write their own book?
Yes, so me and my mom couldn't find any books written by kids on Barnes and Noble about surgery, so I want other kids to write books about their surgeries or any fun adventure that I believe would have them helping other people. So like kids helping kids in their books, or just them doing something amazing or kind or wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for that. Can you share what are some of your favorite books or authors?
Yes, I really love Dave Pilkey because he wrote Captain Underpants. And in the hospital, actually, after surgery, I watched the movie Captain Underpants like 15 times, and it was the one that cheered me up the most. And I think that that.
Oh, that's great. How did you feel when you held your first copy of your published book?
I was so proud of my family that helped me, and I was like just so excited, like so excited. I felt like I was gonna burst open with joy.
So did you run to the mailbox every single day, hoping it was going to be there?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you share a funny or interesting story from your writing journey?
I'm probably gonna just say a funny story, but you know how I told you about the picture process? Well, during the time, sometimes it looked like I looked like an animal or I had a pig nose.
Oh, that's funny. What would you say has been the most challenging part of being a young author?
Handling the technology system, like literally, I didn't know how to do anything.
Well, maybe you should use a manual typewriter. We can set you up with that. What ideas do you have for future books?
Probably like the same process, just like about my different surgeries that I'm going to have. And I probably want to change the pictures a little bit each time so the readers go, ooh, that's a little new. And like they like it a little more.
Oh, that's great. And what are you most excited about today in this ceremony?
Probably just getting to tell you all of these answers and just being on the stage for the first time because it's my first experience and I'm just so happy I could be here at this moment.
Well, as you look out at all the people here that are in the auditorium, I think I'm speaking on behalf of everyone when we say how incredibly proud we are of you and your bravery. So if we can give Reese a big round of applause for that. I think everyone here would love to hear you read a passage or a page or two from your book.
The morning of surgery, I tried to focus on the happy things, so I wasn't as nervous. I FaceTimed with my sister and other family members who wished me good luck. I also drew thank you cards for my doctor and nurses on the car ride with the new art kit from a teacher. I was still nervous at times, but I would look out the window at the beautiful city, talk to my parents, and try other ways to keep my mind busy and happy. Watching good luck videos from my friends and hugging my stuffed animals helped too. And I'm also going to be reading page 21. I also thought about my principal. She called me out of class a few days before my surgery to share her own child surgery stories and read me a book about surgery. Talking to her felt so good because she has gone through it herself.
Well, if I could share, Reese, that, first of all, amazing. So thank you so much for that. And not only, does this experience provide a source of inspiration, for other young kids, as we've talked earlier, that are facing serious challenges, but the fact that you identified certain individuals, that really made a difference in your life. And I have no doubt that the individuals that you reference, your parents, Mrs. Lucchese, that these are also huge events for each of them, to know that they were able to touch you in a way that made a difference in your life. So thank you for sharing those two selections.
You're welcome. And I would like to thank you all for coming and listening to me answer some questions. And thank you so much, Dr. Robleski, for letting me come here and share all my answers and letting me read a few pages in my book.
You are very, very welcome.
We are super proud to be able to have this book in the library, okay? Can you sign it for us? All right. Okay. And then we're going to put it on the shelf right where it belongs. We're going to put it in the biography section because it's a book about you. So we're going to put it alphabetically by your last name. These are all of our biographies in the library, so they're books about people's lives, right? So we're going to go over to the C's, and I got a spot right here for Carney. Right after that red one right there. And that'll be the place where it stays in the library. Good? All right, thank you.